I watch my wife walk down the aisle in white, knowing that in exactly 4 hours, I'll watch her career, her reputation, and her family disown her completely. That's not how this story is supposed to start, is it? You want the romance, the flowers, the tearful vows. But here's the thing about betrayal. It doesn't wait for the right moment, and neither does truth. My name is Marcus. This is my wedding day, and I already know how it ends. The morning starts like every groom's morning should, sunlight through hotel curtains. Jake, my best man, making coffee in the sweet kitchenette. The sound of hangers scraping against the closet rod as I pull out my tuxedo. It's 8:47 a.m. The ceremony starts at 2:00 p.m. I have 5 hours and 13 minutes before I marry a woman who's been sleeping with her ex-boyfriend. "You're too calm," Jake says, handing me a mug. "Most grooms are sweating through their shirts by now." I smile. Take the coffee. It's hot, almost too hot, but I drink it anyway. "Why would I be nervous?" Because you're about to promise forever to another human being." Forever. That word used to mean something to me. Past tense. I set the mug down on the desk, next to my phone. The screen lights up. There's an app open, just a blue interface with a map. One red dot. That's me. One blue dot, 3 floors down in the bridal suite. That's Sarah. And hidden inside her bouquet, the one the florist delivered an hour ago, white roses and peonies wrapped in ivory silk, there's an air tag. Small, white, invisible under the ribbon where it bunches. "Marcus?" Jake's staring at me. "Yeah?" "You didn't answer me. Why aren't you nervous?" I look at him, really look at him. Jake's been my friend since college, stood by me through my father's cancer, through my mother's funeral, through the night I told him I was going to propose to Sarah. He cried that night, happy tears. He thought I'd found the one. I turned my phone face down. "Because today," I say, "everything becomes crystal clear. The venue is perfect." Of course it is. Sarah planned every detail. The grand ballroom at the Ashford Hotel, marble floors, crystal chandeliers, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, 150 guests, her law firm's managing partner sitting 3rd row left, my father in his wheelchair, front row right, Sarah's mother, Helen, already crying into a handkerchief before anything's even started. I stand at the altar, waiting. The officiant leans toward me. "Breathe, son." But I am breathing, slow, controlled, in through the nose, out through the mouth. My hands aren't even shaking. That's the thing about knowing, it steadies you. Ignorance makes you nervous, knowledge makes you patient. The music changes, Pachelbel's canon. Everyone stands. And there she is, Sarah, walking down the aisle on her father's arm. The dress is everything she wanted, lace sleeves, fitted bodice, a train that seems to go on forever. Her hair is pinned up, small white flowers tucked into the dark curls. She's smiling, that smile. The one that made me fall in love with her 3 years ago at a friend's barbecue. The one that made me believe in second chances after my mother died. The one that right now is aimed at me like a spotlight. She's carrying the bouquet. My phone buzzes in my inside jacket pocket, once soft. Just a notification. The AirTag is active, broadcasting. I don't need to check it. I already know what it says. Location, Grand Ballroom, Ashford Hotel. Status, stationary. Sarah reaches the altar. Her father kisses her cheek, shakes my hand. His palm is sweaty. Mine isn't. He steps back. The music stops. The guests sit. The room is so quiet I can hear the silk of her dress rustling. The officiant begins. "Dearly beloved, I should be listening, I should be present, but instead I'm counting the minutes until 2:47 p.m. That's when it happens, according to the text messages I found on her laptop 2 weeks ago. The messages she thought she'd deleted. The messages to a contact saved as delete, but whose real name is David Morrison, her ex-fiancé, the man she left 4 years ago because he wasn't ready to commit. Turns out he's ready now. ready enough to book room 847 in this very hotel, ready enough to send her a message 3 days ago that read, "One last time before you're his, not 2:30, you know where." The officiant is talking about love, about commitment, about two people choosing each other every day. Sarah's looking at me. Her eyes are wet. Are those real tears? "Sarah," the officiant says, "do you take Marcus to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do you part?" She squeezes my hands. I do. My phone buzzes. The blue dot is moving. It's 2:34 p.m. The ceremony ended 20 minutes ago. We're in cocktail hour. Guests are mingling in the garden terrace, drinking champagne, eating hors d'oeuvres that cost $11 a piece. I'm standing near the bar, talking to Sarah's Uncle Raymond about real estate trends, and my phone is burning a hole in my pocket. The blue dot, Sarah's bouquet, is moving away from the terrace. "Marcus?" Raymond's looking at me. "You okay?" "Yeah, sorry, just wedding brain." I force a smile, pull out my phone like I'm checking the time, but I open the app, full screen. The blue dot is inside the building now, moving through the lobby toward Tower B. That's where the guest rooms are. That's where room 847 is. "Have you seen Sarah?" Her mother appears at my elbow, Helen, already on her second glass of champagne. "I wanted to get a photo with her before the reception." "She said something about a bride emergency," I say. The lie comes easy. "Dress adjustment, you know how it is." Helen laughs. "Oh, I remember. On my wedding day, my bustle broke right before dinner. Your father-in-law had to safety pin me." She keeps talking. I keep watching the blue dot. 2:37 p.m. It's in the elevator. 2:39 p.m. 8th floor. 2:41 p.m. The dot stops moving. Room 847. I excuse myself from Helen, walk to the edge of the terrace where no one can see my face. My hands are steady, but my chest feels like someone's parked a car on it. I can't breathe deep, just shallow sips of air. The city stretches out below me. Traffic, buildings, people going about their Saturday, completely unaware that my entire life is imploding one floor above their heads. I check my watch. A gift from my father, engraved on the back. "Time reveals all truths." He gave it to me the night I told him I was proposing. Said, "Son, marriage is about time. You give someone your time and they give you theirs. Time is the only thing we can't get back. Make sure she's worth it." 2:43 p.m. The dot hasn't moved. Jake finds me. "Hey man, people are asking for you. Where's Sarah?" "Bathroom." "For 10 minutes? Bride stuff?" He nods, doesn't push. "You want a drink?" "Water." He leaves. I stay. Watching the screen, the blue dot, motionless. I imagine her setting the bouquet down, probably on a dresser, maybe a nightstand. I imagine her touching his face. I imagine... Stop. Facts, not imagination. Facts are clean. Facts don't shred your insides. Fact, the tracker entered room 847 at 2:41 p.m. Fact, David Morrison checked into room 847 yesterday at 4:15 p.m. I know because I called the hotel this morning, pretending to be him, said I'd lost my keycard. They confirmed his room number. Fact, Sarah has been gone for 11 minutes. 2:47 p.m., 14 minutes. I put the phone away, walk back to the crowd, smile, shake hands, accept congratulations. Someone asks me if I'm ready for the honeymoon. I say, "Can't wait." My voice sounds normal. That's the strangest part. My voice sounds completely normal. 2:52 p.m., 18 minutes. "Marcus." It's Sarah's sister, Emily, one of the bridesmaids. She's holding her phone, looking worried. "Have you seen Sarah? She's not answering my texts." "I think her phone died," I say. "She was worried about that this morning." Emily frowns. "But I need her for photos. The photographer's waiting." "Give her a few more minutes. You know Sarah, perfectionist." Emily nods, but she doesn't look convinced. She walks away, texting furiously. 2:54 p.m. I feel Jake's hand on my shoulder. You sure you're okay? Never better. You're lying. I turn to him, look him in the eye. Yeah, I am. What's going on? Not here, I say. Later, I promise. He studies my face. We've been friends for 15 years. He knows when I'm breaking, but he also knows when to back off. Okay, but Marcus... I know. 2:58 p.m. and then movement. The blue dot is moving. Back toward the elevator, down. She's coming back. Sarah appears at 3:04 p.m., 23 minutes after she disappeared. She's smiling, slightly breathless, hair still perfect, but there's something off. Her lipstick, it's a different shade, darker, more red than the soft pink she wore during the ceremony. She finds me near the champagne fountain, kisses my cheek. Sorry, baby, bride emergency. I smell him on her, cologne, bergamot, and cedar, not my scent. I wear something lighter, citrus and vetiver. This is heavy, masculine, his. What kind of emergency? I ask, keep my voice light. Oh, you know. She waves a hand vaguely. Bustle situation. Emily had to repin the whole thing. Emily, who was looking for her 3 minutes ago. That must have been stressful, I say. So stressful. She takes a glass of champagne from a passing server, drinks half of it in one go. But we're good now. Crisis averted. Her phone is in her clutch. I can see the corner of it, and sticking out just slightly, a white key card. Hotel key card, not ours. We're staying in the honeymoon suite tonight, but we already checked in this morning. Our key cards are in my wallet. This is a different key. You look beautiful, I say. You're sweet. She kisses me again, this time on the lips. I taste the champagne, and underneath, mouthwash, fresh mouthwash, the kind the hotel puts in the bathrooms. She'd rinsed her mouth. I love you, she says. I know, I say. And the terrible thing, the absolutely terrible thing, is that part of me still wants to believe her. Part of me wants to pretend I didn't see the tracker, didn't find the messages, didn't watch the blue dot stop in room 847 for 23 minutes on our wedding day. Part of me wants to be ignorant again, but that part is small and getting smaller. If you've ever had to smile through the worst day of your life, just drop "I understand" in the comments. You're not alone. The reception starts at 4 p.m. Dinner is served filet mignon and Chilean sea bass because Sarah insisted on surf and turf. The band plays, people dance. Sarah's firm's managing partner, Robert Chen, gives a toast about how Sarah is one of the brightest young attorneys he's ever worked with, how she has a brilliant future ahead of her. He has no idea how right he is, just not in the way he thinks. At 5:15 p.m., it's Jake's turn, best man speech. He stands, taps his glass, and the room goes quiet. 150 pairs of eyes on him. I've known Marcus since we were 18. Jake starts. Freshman year of college, he was my roommate. And let me tell you, he was the most organized person I'd ever met. Laughter from the crowd. He had a spreadsheet for everything. When to do laundry, when to study, when to eat. I used to make fun of him for it. But you know what? Marcus taught me something. He taught me that if you pay attention, really pay attention, you can see things other people miss. I'm watching Sarah. She's smiling, drinking champagne. Her hand is on my thigh under the table. Jake continues. And when Marcus told me he was going to propose to Sarah, I asked him, "Are you sure? Have you paid attention?" And he said yes. He said, "Jake, I've been paying attention to everything." The room is silent, listening. So here's to Marcus. Jake raises his glass. A man who sees the truth, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when everyone else is blind. He looks at me, right at me. And I know, he knows. Maybe not the specifics, but he knows something's wrong. And here's to Sarah, Jake says, turning to her, who showed my best friend exactly who she is. Everyone cheers, glasses clink, Sarah beams. She thinks it's a compliment. I stand, take the microphone from Jake. Our eyes meet. I nod once. He nods back. Thank you, Jake, I say. That was perfect. I look out at the crowd, all these people, friends, family, colleagues, people who think they're celebrating a beginning. I'm not great at speeches, I say, but I want to say one thing. Sarah, when I met you, you were everything I thought I wanted. Beautiful, intelligent, ambitious. And today, our wedding day, you've shown me something invaluable. I pause, let the words hang. You've shown me exactly who you are, not who you pretend to be, not who you want people to think you are, but who you actually are when you think no one's watching. Sarah's smiling, tears in her eyes. She thinks I'm being romantic. Trust isn't given, I say slowly. It's proven. I raise my glass to my wife, who showed me the truth today. I'll never forget it. The room erupts. Applause, cheers, Sarah stands, kisses me, the band starts playing, people return to their conversations, and I sit down, my speech notes still in my hand, double meanings in every line. Everyone clapped. Sarah didn't understand yet. The reception ends at 11 p.m. We say goodbye to the last guests, Sarah's aunts, a few college friends who stayed too long at the bar. Emily hugs Sarah, whispers something in her ear that makes Sarah laugh. Then Emily looks at me and her smile falters. Just for a second, she knows something. We take the elevator to the honeymoon suite. 18th floor, corner room, floor-to-ceiling windows with a view of the entire city. There's champagne waiting, rose petals on the bed, a card from the hotel. Congratulations on your special day. Sarah kicks off her heels. God, my feet are killing me. I loosen my tie. Long day. The best day. She comes to me, wraps her arms around my neck. I can't believe we're married. Neither can I. She kisses me, slow, deep. I don't pull away, not yet, because I need her to think everything is fine. I need her to sleep. I need time to think. I'm going to change, she says, pulling back. Don't go anywhere. She disappears into the bathroom. I hear water running. I sit on the edge of the bed and pull out my phone. The tracking app is still open. The blue dot, her bouquet, is downstairs in the bridal suite where the staff stores personal items overnight. But that's not what I'm looking at. I open her text messages, the backup I made 2 weeks ago when she left her laptop open, when I found everything. The most recent message is from Delete, sent at 2:51 p.m., right when she was in room 847. I'll miss you, worth it. Sarah had responded at 3:02 p.m., 2 minutes before she came back to the reception. Me too, last time, promise. Last time, promise. I close the app. Delete my browsing history. I'm meticulous, always have been. Sarah comes out of the bathroom wearing white silk, bridal lingerie. She's trying. I'll give her that. She's really trying to sell this. Come here, she says. I'm tired, I say, and it's not a lie. I'm exhausted, bone deep, soul crushing, exhausted. It's our wedding night. I know. I stand, walk to her, kiss her forehead. But tomorrow, okay? It's been a long day, for both of us. She looks disappointed, but she nods. Okay, tomorrow. We get into bed. She curls against me. Her phone is on the nightstand, screen facing down. It buzzes, once, twice. She doesn't check it, but I know who it is. I love you, she whispers. I stare at the ceiling. I love you too. Lie number 1012. She falls asleep around midnight. I hear her breathing change, slow, deep, rhythmic. I lie there next to her, counting ceiling tiles, acoustic tiles with small perforations. 247 tiles total. Her phone buzzes again, 12:34 a.m. I wait until I'm sure she's deep asleep. Then I reach over, carefully, pick up her phone, no password. She disabled it for the wedding. In case of emergencies, she'd said. I open her messages, delete. You sleeping? Delete. Probably with him, weird to think about. Delete. Text me tomorrow. I take screenshots, back them up to my cloud, put the phone back exactly where it was, screen down, charging cable at the same angle. Sarah doesn't wake up. She's smiling in her sleep, peaceful, content. I don't sleep at all. I just count ceiling tiles and plan. Sunday morning, 7:43 a.m. Sarah's still asleep. I'm in the bathroom with the door closed, sitting on the marble floor, phone pressed to my ear. Marcus? Jake's voice is rough, hungover. It's not even 8. I need you to come to the hotel, room 1847. Don't tell anyone. Silence, then what happened? Just come. Give me 20 minutes. I hang up, stare at my reflection in the mirror. I look the same. Same face, same eyes. But something's different, hollow, like someone carved out the soft parts and left just the structure. My phone buzzes, email notification, from myself. The backup I set up last night finished uploading 847 text messages, 34 photos, 12 voice messages, all from Sarah's phone to delete, all evidence. I forward everything to a second email, a third, redundancy. That's the key. You can't delete what exists in 3 places. There's a knock. Soft. I open the bathroom door. Sarah's awake, sitting up in bed, hair messy, makeup smudged. Morning, she says. Come back to bed. I need coffee, I say. I'll order room service. You okay? You look tired. Didn't sleep great. She frowns, concerned or performing concern. I can't tell anymore. Wedding nerves? Something like that. I order coffee, eggs, toast, things I won't eat. But it buys me time. The food arrives at 8:15. Sarah eats. I pretend to. She talks about the reception, about how beautiful everything was, about Helen crying during our first dance, about how Robert Chen told her she's partner track material. Partner track at Sullivan & Morrison LLP, one of the most prestigious law firms in the city. Ethics, integrity, justice. The irony is almost beautiful. Jake texts at 8:47. I'm here, lobby. I need to go downstairs, I tell Sarah. Jake left his wallet in my jacket pocket. You want me to come? No, enjoy breakfast. I'll be 10 minutes. I take the elevator down. Jake's waiting by the concierge desk. He looks worried. I probably look worse. Conference room, I say, now. We find an empty business center, small room, glass walls. I close the door, pull out my phone. I'm going to show you something, I say, and you're going to want to tell me I'm wrong, but I'm not. Marcus, just look. I show him everything. The messages, the timestamps, the GPS tracker data, room 847, 2:41 p.m. to 3:04 p.m., 23 minutes. Jake's face goes white, then red, then white again. Are you sure? Yes. Maybe there's an explanation. There isn't. How do you know? I show him more. The messages from 3 days ago, from a week ago, from 2 months ago, the pattern, the planning, the lies. Jesus Christ, Jake whispers. On your wedding day? On my wedding day. He sits down, puts his head in his hands. What are you going to do? I don't know yet, but I need you to do something for me. Anything. Call David Morrison. I need to know if he's still in the hotel. How do you know his name? Because I've known for 2 weeks, Jake. I've known this whole time. Jake stares at me. You married her anyway? I needed proof, hard proof, timestamps, location data, not just messages. Messages can be faked. GPS data can't. Hotel security footage can't. Security footage? I pull up an email I drafted at 6 a.m. to Ashford Hotel Security Department. Subject, formal request for footage review. I haven't sent it yet, I say. I wanted to talk to a lawyer first. You're going to sue her? I'm going to annul the marriage. Fraud. She entered into this contract under false pretenses. In this state, that's grounds for immediate annulment. Jake's quiet. Then, you've been planning this? Yes. For 2 weeks? Yes. Why didn't you tell me? Because I needed you to be genuine yesterday. I needed everyone to be genuine. No one could know. If they knew, they'd act differently. And I needed everything to look normal. Perfect. So when this comes out, when people ask what happened, the answer is clear. She destroyed this, not me. Jake nods slowly. You're scary smart. You know that? I'm not smart. I'm just paying attention. I call the lawyer, Michael Torres, estate and family law. I found him on Thursday, told him I was doing hypothetical marriage planning. He answers on the second ring. Marcus, congratulations on the wedding. I need an annulment. Pause. I see. When would you like to meet? Today. It's Sunday. I know. I'll pay double. Come to my office at noon. I hang up. Jake's looking at me like I'm a stranger. What? I say. You're different. Yeah, I am. The lawyer's office smells like leather and old books. Michael Torres is 50-something, gray hair, kind eyes, the kind of person who's seen every version of human failure and still shows up. I give him everything. Printed copies, USB drive, cloud backup links. He reads, scrolls, stops, reads again. Finally, this is airtight. I know. You understand what this means? If you file for annulment citing fraud, this becomes public record. Her name, her employer, everything. Good. Marcus, I need you to think about this. Once you file, you can't take it back. Her reputation, her career, she should have thought about that before she fucked her ex-boyfriend while I was cutting our wedding cake. Michael nods. Okay, I'll draft the petition. You'll have it by tomorrow morning. How long until it's final? If she doesn't contest, 30 days. If she fights it, could be 6 months. She'll fight it. Then we'll bury her in evidence. I leave the office at 1:34 p.m. Jake's waiting outside. Now what? He asks. Now I go back to the hotel, and I act like everything's fine. For how long? Until the papers are ready. Then I serve her. Where? I smile. It feels wrong. Feels cold. At work, in front of her colleagues, in front of Robert Chen, in front of everyone who thinks she's brilliant and ethical and deserving of partnership. The lawyer said, in this state, adultery affects asset division. I said, good, because I have videos. Monday morning, Sarah goes to work, kisses me goodbye at 7:15 a.m., says she'll be home by 6, wants to cook dinner. Start our marriage right, she says. I wait 30 minutes. Then I call Emily, Sarah's sister, the bridesmaid who looked at me strangely at the reception. Marcus, is everything okay? Can we meet? Coffee? Sure. Is Sarah? Sarah's fine. This is between you and me. We meet at a cafe 3 blocks from our apartment. Emily arrives nervous, stirring her latte in circles. What's going on? She asks. How long have you known? Her face goes pale. Known what? About David. About Sarah and David. She sets down her cup, looks at the table, doesn't answer. Emily, how long? Since February. 3 months. 3 months ago, I was looking at engagement rings. She told you? She was drunk at her bachelorette party. She started crying, said she'd made a mistake, that she'd been seeing him again. And you didn't tell me. She swore it was over. She said she was ending it. She said she chose you. Did she? Emily's crying now, quiet, ashamed. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Marcus. I didn't know what to do. She's my sister. I pull out my phone, show her the screenshots, the timestamps. She was with him on Saturday during our wedding for 23 minutes. Emily covers her mouth. Oh my God. Did your mother know? No, I swear. Mom doesn't know. Who else knows? Just me, as far as I know. I believe her. Emily's a bad liar. Always has been. What are you going to do? She asks. I'm going to end this marriage, and I'm going to make sure everyone knows why. Marcus, please. Think about Sarah's career, her reputation. I am thinking about it. She'll be destroyed. Yes, she will. Emily stares at me. This isn't you. You're not cruel. You're right, I'm not cruel, but I'm not a doormat either. Trust isn't given, it's proven. And she proved exactly what she's worth. I stand, leave cash on the table for both coffees, walk out. If you've ever had to choose between revenge and justice, drop a comment, because I'm still not sure which one I'm choosing. Sarah comes home at 6:47 p.m., carrying Thai takeout. Sorry, she says, meeting ran late. I didn't have time to cook. It's fine. We eat at the kitchen island. She talks about work, about a deposition she has on Wednesday, about how Robert might assign her to a big case, pharmaceutical litigation, millions in potential fees. That's great, I say. You seem distant. Just tired. Still? Wedding exhaustion. She reaches across the counter, takes my hand. We should go on the honeymoon early, get away, reconnect. We're supposed to go to Greece in 3 weeks. 2 weeks in Santorini, I've already canceled it. Full refund minus a $400 fee. Yeah, I say, maybe. Her phone buzzes, she glances at it, flips it face down. Who is that? I ask. Just work. At 7 p.m. on a Monday. We're always working. Can I see? She tenses, just slightly. Why? Just curious. Marcus, it's just a work email. Then show me. Why are you being weird? Why are you being defensive? She picks up her phone, unlocks it, shows me the screen. It's an email from a paralegal about discovery documents. Happy? She says, sure. But I'm not looking at the email. I'm looking at the notification bar. 3 text messages from delete. She swiped them away before showing me the screen. She's still talking to him. Wednesday, 2:17 p.m., I'm at the bank, meeting with Sharon, our account manager. I need to review all transactions on our joint account, I say, from the last 6 months. Of course. Any particular reason? Just being thorough. She prints the statements, 12 pages. I scan through them, groceries, utilities, wedding vendors, normal. Then page 7, March 18th. Withdrawal, $8,300. What's this? I point. Sharon looks. Cashier's check, made out to D. Morrison. My chest tightens. Can you print the receipt? Let me pull it up. She types. Clicks. The printer hums. A single page emerges. Cashier's check, 472891, amount $8,300, payee David Morrison, memo, personal, authorized by Sarah Chen, personal. Can you tell me what this was for? Sharon asks. I'm still figuring that out. I take the documents, walk outside, call Jake. She took $8,000, I say, Harp, from our wedding fund and gave it to him. Jesus, for what? I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out. I go home. Sarah's at work. I search the apartment, methodically. Drawers, closets, under the bed, in shoeboxes. In her desk drawer, third from the bottom, under a stack of old birthday cards, I find it. A receipt. From Callahan's Fine Jewelry. Date, March 19th, 1 day after the withdrawal. Item, Rolex Submariner. Stainless steel price, $8,295. Engraving, Forever S. I sit on the floor, hold the receipt. The paper is thick, expensive, the kind of paper that says luxury. The embossed logo at the top catches the light. She bought him a Rolex. With our money, our wedding money, the money my father contributed, the money we saved for our future, and she had it engraved. Forever S. I was forever number 2. I take a photo of the receipt, send it to my lawyer. Text, add this to the petition. He responds in 30 seconds. Financial fraud. This strengthens your case considerably. I put the receipt back exactly where I found it. Close the drawer. Walk to the kitchen. Pour a glass of water. My hands are shaking now, not from nervousness, from rage. Cold, clean, focused rage. Not revenge, not spite, just truth. Sarah comes home at 8:15 p.m. She's smiling. Great news. Robert assigned me the Westfield case. It's huge, Marcus. If I win this, I'm making partner. That's amazing. I know, we should celebrate. Want to open that bottle of wine from the wedding? Sure. We open the wine. Dom Perignon, $400 a bottle, a gift from one of Sarah's law school friends. We sit on the couch. She curls into me. I'm so happy, she says. Everything's falling into place. It is. You, me, my career. It's everything I wanted. I take a sip of wine. It tastes like ash. Sarah, can I ask you something? Of course. Do you ever think about your ex? She stiffens, just slightly. Why would you ask that? Just curious. You were engaged to him, right? That's a big thing to walk away from. That was a long time ago. 4 years. Yeah, a long time. Do you ever talk to him? No, why would I? I don't know. Closure? She sits up, looks at me. Where is this coming from? Nowhere, just thinking about the wedding, about starting fresh. Wanted to make sure there's no unfinished business. There isn't. You're sure? Marcus, I married you. I chose you. Can we please not do this? Do what? This insecure thing. It's not attractive. Insecure. That's what I am now. Insecure, not observant, not protecting myself. Insecure. You're right, I say. Sorry. She kisses me. It's okay. Wedding stress. It'll pass. She goes to bed at 10:30. I stay up. Laptop open. I create a new folder. Evidence. I organize everything chronologically. By type, messages, photos, financial records, location data, 817 files total. I burn 3 copies to USB drives. Mail 1 to Jake, 1 to my lawyer. Keep 1 in my office desk drawer hidden under tax documents. At 1:47 a.m., I get an email from my lawyer. Subject, petition ready for review attachment, annulment, petition Chen Vias Chen by PDF. I open it, read every word, 47 pages, legal language. But the story is clear. Ground for annulment, fraud in the inducement evidence, 8117 exhibits requested relief. Immediate dissolution of marriage, division of assets, recovery of funds, improperly transferred. At the bottom of page 47, petitioner requests that all evidence be entered into public record to establish clear grounds for annulment and to protect against future claims of defamation. Public record, her name, her employer, everything. I reply, approved, file it. He responds, filed at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Service at her office at 11 a.m. Are you certain? I type, yes. Hit send. Close the laptop. Walk to the bedroom. Sarah's asleep, peaceful, dreaming. Probably dreaming about partnership, about Westfield, about her brilliant future. She has no idea what's coming. I get into bed, lie next to her, and for the first time in 5 days, I sleep. Not well, but I sleep. Thursday morning, 10:47 a.m. I'm sitting in a cafe across the street from Sullivan and Morrison LLP. 4th floor, window seat. I can see the building's main entrance, glass and steel, 32 stories. Sarah's office is on the 19th floor. My phone buzzes. Text from the process server. Arriving now. I watch a woman in a gray suit enter the building, carrying a manila envelope, legal size. She checks her phone, heads to the elevator bank. My coffee's gone cold. I haven't touched it in 20 minutes. Can't drink, can't eat, can barely breathe. But I'm here, watching, because I need to see this. 11:03 a.m. My phone rings. Unknown number. Hello? Is this Marcus Chen? Yes. This is Robert Chen, Sarah's managing partner. I think we need to talk. I'm across the street, Cafe Madeleine, 4th floor. Silence, then, give me 5 minutes. He arrives in 4. Robert Chen, mid-50s, expensive suit. The kind of man who built his career on reading people. He sits down across from me without asking. Your wife just received annulment papers in the middle of a client meeting. She's not my wife anymore, not legally. The petition was filed this morning. I read the grounds, fraud, adultery, financial impropriety. All true. Can you prove it? I pull out my phone. Everything's attached as exhibits, 817 pieces of evidence, but here's the summary. I show him the tracker data, the timestamps, the screenshots of messages. Robert's face doesn't change. He's seen worse, has to have, but his hand tightens around his coffee cup. This happened on your wedding day. Saturday, 2:41 p.m. to 3:04 p.m., room 847, while our guests were eating $87 appetizers. Jesus Christ. There's more. I show him the bank records, the $8,300 withdrawal, the Rolex receipt. She used joint funds to purchase gifts for her paramour, funds that included contributions from my family. That's financial fraud. Your firm handles ethics violations. You know what this is. Robert sets down his cup. What do you want? Nothing from you. I want the truth on record. I want people to know what happened, and I want her to face the consequences of her choices. You understand this will destroy her career? Yes. She's a good attorney. I'm sure she is. She's also a liar, a cheater, and a thief. Your firm's entire brand is built on integrity, ethics, justice. You have a choice to make. Robert stands. I need to talk to our ethics committee. You have all the evidence you need. It's attached to the annulment petition, public record as of 9 a.m. this morning. He leaves. Doesn't say goodbye. I sit there, watching the building. At 11:34 a.m., Sarah exits, walking fast, phone pressed to her ear. Even from 4 floors up, I can see she's crying. My phone starts ringing. Sarah. I don't answer. She calls again. Text from Sarah. Where are you? Text from Sarah. Call me right now. Text from Sarah. This is insane. Text from Sarah. You can't do this. I turn off my phone. I go to Jake's apartment. He opens the door, takes one look at my face. You did it? I did it. How do you feel? I don't know yet. He pulls me inside, hands me a beer. We sit on his couch. The TV's on but muted. Some cooking show. Pasta. She's called me 17 times, Jake says. Her mom called me. Emily called me. Even David Morrison called me. What did they say? Helen said you're being cruel. Emily said you're traumatizing Sarah. David said, and I quote, he needs to let her go. Let her go? That's rich. What did you tell them? Nothing. I'm not answering anyone except you and the lawyer. My phone, still off, sits on the coffee table between us like a bomb. You want to know what they're saying? Jake asks. Not really. I'm going to tell you anyway. Helen's telling everyone you had a psychotic break, that you're unstable, that Sarah's the victim here. Of course she is. Emily's trying to be neutral, but she's defending Sarah, saying she made a mistake but doesn't deserve this. And what are you saying? Jake looks at me. I'm saying my best friend did what he had to do, and I'm proud of him. I don't cry. I should, but I don't. The tears won't come. There's just this emptiness, this hollow space where love used to be. Jake, am I wrong? For what? Exposing her? Yeah. Do you think you're wrong? I think I'm angry. I think I'm hurt. I think I want her to feel what I felt. Does that make me wrong? No, it makes you human. We sit in silence. The cooking show moves to dessert. Tiramisu. My phone, still off, buzzes anyway. Voicemail. They're leaving voicemails. Want me to listen to them? Jake offers. No, yes, I don't know. He picks up the phone, turns it on. 17 missed calls, 9 voicemails. He puts it on speaker, plays the first one, Sarah's voice, shaking. Marcus, please call me back. This is insane. You can't just, this is my career, my life. Please, I love you. We can fix this. Just call me. Delete. Second voicemail, Helen. Marcus, this is Helen. I don't know what's gotten into you, but you need to stop this immediately. Sarah is devastated. You're destroying her over nothing. Call me. Nothing. Room 847, 23 minutes, $8,300. Nothing. Delete. Third voicemail, Robert Chen. Marcus, it's Robert. I've spoken with our ethics committee. We need to schedule a formal hearing. Sarah's been placed on administrative leave pending investigation. Call me when you're ready to discuss. Administrative leave. Lawyer speak for suspended. Jake stops the playback. You want to hear the rest? No. What now? Now I wait. The annulment hearing is in 3 weeks. If she contests it, we go to court. If she doesn't, it's final in 30 days. You think she'll fight? I think she'll do whatever Robert tells her to do. And Robert's not stupid. He knows fighting this means putting all 8117 exhibits into testimony. Public testimony, open court. So she'll take the loss. She doesn't have a choice. Was this too far or exactly right? Tell me below. Friday, 3:42 p.m. My phone rings. Lawyer. Marcus, she wants to negotiate. No. Hear me out. She's offering to sign an uncontested annulment. No fight. No court. In exchange, you agree to keep the evidence sealed. No. She's desperate. Her firm is pressuring her to resign. If this goes public in open court, she'll never work in law again. Good. Marcus. Michael, I'm paying you to be my lawyer. Not hers, not a mediator. Mine. The answer is no. The evidence stays public. She signed the papers knowing what she was doing. She can sign the annulment knowing what it costs. Silence. Then, understood. I'll inform her counsel. How long until she resigns? Her firm gave her until Monday. Resign voluntarily or be terminated for ethics violations. Either way, she's out. Either way, she's out. I hang up, look around my apartment. Our apartment. Her things are still here. Her books, her coffee mugs, her stupid decorative pillows that I hated but never said anything about because I loved her. Past tense, I start packing. Her clothes, her shoes, her laptop, everything goes into boxes, neat, organized, labeled. By Monday, it'll all be in storage. By next week, she'll have a new address. The lease is in my name. She'll have to leave. I'm not cruel, but I'm not a doormat. Saturday, I meet my father for lunch. He's been quiet this week. Just one text after the petition went public. Come see me when you're ready. We meet at his house, the house I grew up in. My mother's picture's still on the walls. Her garden, overgrown now but still hers, visible through the kitchen window. Dad's in his wheelchair, Parkinson's, getting worse, but his mind is sharp. Sit, he says. I sit. He doesn't ask questions, just looks at me. That look. The one that says, I know everything and I'm waiting for you to explain. I'm getting the marriage annulled, I say. I know, I read the petition. You're disappointed. In who? You or her? Me. He's quiet. Then, son, your mother taught me something. She said, we don't leave when it's hard. We leave when we're disrespected. You understand the difference? I think so. Hard is fighting cancer together. Hard is losing a job. Hard is grief. Hard is life. You don't leave for hard. He leans forward. But disrespect, that's different. Disrespect says, I don't value you. I don't honor you. I don't see you as worth protecting. You don't stay for disrespect. His hand, shaking slightly from the Parkinson's, reaches for mine. Sarah didn't just make a mistake, Marcus. She planned, she calculated, she chose. On your wedding day, in front of God and family and everyone who matters. That's not hard. That's disrespect. I nod, can't speak. The tears are finally coming. Your mother would be proud of you, he says. Not for exposing Sarah, but for knowing your worth, for refusing to accept crumbs when you deserve the whole damn cake. I cry then, openly, the way I haven't cried since Mom's funeral. Dad holds my hand, doesn't try to fix it, just holds on. What do I do now? I ask. You heal, you rebuild, you choose people who choose you back. What if I can't trust anyone again? Then you learn slowly. Trust isn't given. It's earned through consistency, one day at a time, one person at a time, until you find your people. Trust isn't given. It's earned through consistency. The motif changed, matured, evolved from bitter to wise. Monday, 9:17 a.m. Sarah's resignation is official. Email from Sullivan & Morrison, LLP, to all staff. We announce the departure of Sarah Chen, who has elected to pursue other opportunities. We wish her well in her future endeavors. Corporate speak for fired. Jake forwards me a screenshot from LinkedIn, Sarah's profile, updated. Attorney at law, seeking new opportunities. Her recommendations, 47, her connections, 892, her endorsements for ethics and professional responsibility, removed. The legal community is small. Word travels fast. Tuesday, the annulment hearing, Sarah doesn't attend. Her lawyer appears on her behalf. Signs the papers. No contest, no fight. The judge reviews the evidence, all 817 exhibits. Takes 40 minutes. I've rarely seen such clear grounds for fraud in the inducement, she says. The marriage is hereby annulled, retroactive to the date of ceremony, assets to be divided per the prenuptial agreement, with adjustments for proven financial fraud. Gavel. Done. I walk out of the courthouse at 11:34 a.m., legally single. The marriage never existed. Void. Erased. Jake's waiting outside. How do you feel? Lighter. Good lighter or empty lighter? Both. We get coffee, sit in the park, watch people, tourists taking photos, kids playing soccer, couples holding hands. The world kept turning while mine exploded. That's the thing about personal apocalypses. They're only apocalyptic for you. What now? Jake asks. I don't know. I've been so focused on this, on the evidence, the filing, the exposure. I didn't think about after. So think now. I want to travel, see my college roommate in Portland, visit my cousin in Austin. I want to remember what it feels like to be around people who actually like me. People love you, Marcus. People loved the couple, the wedding, the idea of Marcus and Sarah. That's gone now. No, we love you. Your dad loves you. I love you. That's not gone. That's never gone. We sit in silence. The sun's warm. It's the first time I've noticed the weather in 2 weeks. Jake, do you think I went too far? Do you? I think I was thorough. That's not an answer. I think she destroyed the most important moment of my life, and I documented it. That's not revenge. That's evidence. There's a difference. Is there? I don't know anymore. Jake's phone buzzes. He looks at it, shows me, text from Emily. Can you ask Marcus if he'll talk to Sarah? She's not doing well. I take his phone, type a response. No. Hit send. Jake doesn't stop me. 3 months pass. I move to a new apartment, smaller, downtown, windows that face east, sunrise instead of sunset. Symbolic, probably stupid, but it helps. I start therapy. Dr. Lynn, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. She doesn't judge. Doesn't tell me I was wrong or right. Just listens, asks questions, helps me untangle the knots. Do you regret the exposure? She asked one session. I regret the marriage. That's not what I asked. No, I don't regret the exposure. I regret trusting someone who didn't deserve it. Are you angry? Not anymore. I'm just tired. Tired is healing. I join a men's group, divorce recovery, except I don't have a divorce. I have an annulment. But they let me join anyway. 8 guys. Wednesday nights, church basement, terrible coffee, honest conversation. Their stories are different. Long marriages, kids, custody battles. But the core is the same. Betrayal, grief, rebuilding. A guy named Thomas tells me the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. You'll know you're healed when you feel nothing. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer. Jake and I have dinner every Thursday, our tradition. Sometimes we talk about Sarah, most times we don't. We talk about work, about his girlfriend, about my dad's health, about normal things. Normal feels radical after chaos. My father's Parkinson's gets worse. I visit him twice a week now. We don't always talk. Sometimes we just sit, watch baseball, eat takeout, exist in the same space. One night he says, "You're different." How? Quieter, sadder, but stronger. I don't feel strong. Strength isn't loud, son. It's showing up. You're showing up. 6 months after the wedding that wasn't, I meet Margaret, not romantically. She's 73, runs the men's group, lost her husband to infidelity 40 years ago, never remarried, raised 3 kids alone, became a therapist, spent her life helping people survive what broke her. We get coffee after group one night. She orders decaf. I order regular. We sit by the window. "You remind me of my son," she says. "He had his heart broken young, spent years building walls." Did he ever take them down? Eventually, but it took time, and it took the right person, someone patient, someone who understood that trust is built in moments, not declarations. "I don't know if I can do that again. Open up. Risk it." Margaret takes my hand. Hers is soft, warm, spotted with age. "Marcus, family isn't who shares your blood. It's who stops your bleeding." I cry. Again, in public, in a coffee shop, at 42 years old, crying into terrible drip coffee while a 73-year-old woman holds my hand. "You have people," she says. "Your father, Jake, this group, me. That's family. That's what you build when the other thing falls apart. It doesn't feel like enough. It's not supposed to, not yet. But one day you'll wake up and realize you're not bleeding anymore. You're just living. And that's when you'll know you made it." I think about that conversation for days, weeks. It changes something in me. Some small shift from grief to acceptance, from loss to possibility. I'm not healed, but I'm healing. Not bitter, not broken, just wiser. 1 year after the wedding, I'm sitting in my apartment, morning coffee, sunrise through the east-facing windows. I'm cleaning out my office desk, finally, after months of avoiding it, and I find it. The tracker, the AirTag, small, white, innocent looking. The ivory ribbon from her bouquet is still wrapped around it. Faded now, silk gone dull. I turn it over in my palm. Cold, smooth, lighter than it should be for something that carried so much weight. I could throw it away. That would be closure. Moving on, letting go, I could frame it. That would be worship. Making a shrine to my pain. I do neither. I put it in a small wooden box, the one my mother gave me when I graduated college. "For important things," she'd said. Inside, the annulment papers, the bank statements, the hotel receipt, the USB drives with all 817 exhibits, not a trophy case, an evidence locker. Because the truth isn't something you celebrate, it's something you protect, it's something you timestamp, it's something you prove. I keep the box in my closet, top shelf, not hidden, not displayed, just stored, because forgetting would be dangerous. And obsessing would be destructive. This is the middle path, remember. But don't dwell. Protect yourself, but don't close off. Learn, but don't become cynical. My phone buzzes, text from Jake. "Dinner Thursday, bringing Rachel, want you to meet her." Rachel, his girlfriend, 6 months now. He talks about her the way I used to talk about Sarah, but different, quieter, more certain. I text back, "Yeah, looking forward to it." And I mean it. I'm not ready to date. Maybe I won't be for a long time, but I'm ready to be around love again, to witness it, to remember that it exists in healthy forms. I look at the tracker one more time. Then I close the box, put it back on the shelf. Trust isn't given. It's earned through consistency. One day at a time, one person at a time, until you find your people. I found Jake. I found my father, I found Margaret and Thomas and the Wednesday night group. I found therapists and sunrise apartments and small moments of peace. That's not the ending I wanted. I wanted forever with Sarah. I wanted the marriage, the kids, the white picket bullshit. But that was built on lies. This messy, imperfect, honest thing I'm building now, this is built on truth. And truth always has a timestamp. I close the closet door, finish my coffee, check the calendar. Tuesday, therapy at 4 p.m. Wednesday, men's group at 7. Thursday, dinner with Jake and Rachel. Saturday, dad's house, baseball and takeout. My life in timestamps, in moments, in people who show up. Not perfect, but real. and real, I'm learning, is enough. Share your story of choosing truth over comfort in the comments below. Tell me about your found family, the people who stayed when others left, the ones who stopped your bleeding when your world fell apart. If this story helped you feel less alone, if it reminded you that you're allowed to have boundaries, to demand respect, to walk away from people who don't value you, then hit subscribe, because we're building something here. A community that chooses truth, that chooses healing, that chooses each other. We don't leave when it's hard. We leave when we're disrespected, and we rebuild with people who understand the difference. I'm Marcus. This was my wedding day, and this is how I survived it. Thank you for listening.